Yay Networks.
Welcome back to In the Cards and Stars. I'm your host, Britt Madrid Mogensen, and in this episode, we are talking about travel astrology part 2. We're going to get into your specific personality when traveling. Now, if you guys have not yet listened to that last episode where we did your astrocartography, which are basically like the areas where you can expect to have either good experiences or more negative experiences based on your birth chart. If you haven't listened to that yet, listen to that after this. So this is just a different aspect of travel astrology. This is going to tell you about really the nitty-gritty of like what makes you happy, what makes you tick when you're traveling. It's also really good to know this stuff about like any friends that you plan to travel with, family, or significant others. So we're going to get into that. But before we talk about that, we are going to talk about the new moon solar eclipse that's happening on April 19th, which is like this week, like ASAP, and how it's going to affect you. It affects everybody differently based on your birth chart. So I'm going to tell you guys how to figure out like exactly what area of your life you're going to have this really dramatic new beginning in. So I'm going to get you guys prepared for that. And before we leave, I'm going to check back in with you about the Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello situation. Everybody is buzzing about them at Coachella, the makeout session seen around the world. I actually did a reading for them over on my YouTube channel. I think I mentioned it on the podcast too. And it came true. The reading came true. I did predict that they were going to get back together based on a tarot tea time reading. But before we do all of that, let's get situated for this week with our In the Stars segment. So here is what's going on. On Wednesday, April 19th, there is a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries at 29 degrees. This is going to signal a new beginning that comes on the heels of a major ending that is a karmic cycle. This is exciting because it's even more profound than usual. So what I want you guys to do is go to astrocharts.com, our favorite handy dandy website where you can get your free birth chart pulled up, type in all your information, including your accurate birth time as seen with your own eyes on your birth certificate, and then pull up all of the placements and all the information. Go over to the little gear symbol on the right, settings. You're going to click on that and you're going to change it to whole sign houses. The default is Placidus. We want to take it to whole sign houses. Hit apply. And then I want you to scroll all the way down. At the very bottom, you're going to see like this list of all of the houses, and there's going to be a zodiac sign next to each house. I want you guys to find Aries in that list and the house number. For me, I go down Aries, 3rd house. That's for me. So I know it's going to affect my communication. All right. So you want to see which house is impacted. And this is going to tell you where you can expect to have this very profound, energetic new beginning that is karmic in nature. So something is ending. We are able to now release lessons of the past. This is a really big deal. Every single person has these lessons that we go through, and you've graduated now. At this Aries new moon solar eclipse, you've graduated. So what's going to happen is over the 2 weeks that follow this new moon solar eclipse on April 19th, you're going to start to see new things in that area of your life pop up that are going to pull you forward. So it's exciting. There may be things that you realize that you've been realizing lately, and that you come to like some sort of conclusion this week where you decide, okay, this is the way forward in that area of your life. So let's go through the houses just super fast. 1st house is self, 2nd house, money and what you value. 3rd house, communication and siblings or traveling short distances, the way that you think and communicate. 4th house is home and family. 5th house is going to be dating, romance, children, creativity. 6th house is going to be your day-to-day schedule, your routine, your work environment, coworkers, all the things that have to do with your like daily schedule. Your 7th house is your partnerships and relationships, both business and romantic. 8th house is going to be the house of deeper commitments. This is contracts. This is contracts that are like long lasting though. This would be like a marriage contract. It could also rule an inheritance. It builds on that 7th house of committed partnership. Let's see. 9th house is travel, which we're going to be talking about today. Travel, philosophy, the law. And then 10th house is your career, your public image, how you appear to other people. And this is like any big achievement. 11th house is going to be groups, social media, your wishes and dreams, things that you hold dear to your heart. 12th house, last and final house, is going to be the house of like endings. It is a very psychological house. This is like things that are hidden from us. It's very psychological and very intuitive and spiritual. A lot of people with psychic gifts, they have a lot of planets in that 12th house. All right, so just know that anything that triggers you or anything that happens at the time of this eclipse is happening for you, not to you, and it is to spark your individual fire of your authenticity and to move you closer to your destiny. So, okay, onward and upward. Let's do this. We've got this. So travel and astrology. I mean, there's two topics that really go hand in hand because, especially the ninth house, because the ninth house is like philosophy. It's like the larger world. It's things that happen out of the mundane, out of the everyday. And travel, of course, falls into that because when we're traveling, we're taken away from the day-to-day. We're not dealing with the boring, hubbub, the to-do lists. We get to just be free. And in order to really make the most of these experiences, knowing your ninth house is so important. So let's talk about what your ninth house means. Again, just like I explained before, how to find that ninth house for you. Scroll down to the bottom, find ninth house, and what zodiac sign is written next to that. There you go. That is your travel personality. That's also your philosophical personality. We're going to talk about that. And we are also going to use Leonardo DiCaprio, who is a Gemini, who has a Gemini-ruled ninth house. He's so quintessential Gemini-ruled ninth house. We're going to use him as an example. But first, let's talk about you, okay? Because you guys are number one. So fire signs. If you have your ninth house ruled by Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, you have a very fiery travel personality. Aries, you like a solo trip. And even if you're not traveling solo, it's really important for you guys to feel like you have complete autonomy. You are not the type of people that are going to be really patient when it comes to traveling with someone who doesn't have the same idea of fun as you do. So my advice would be decide what you want to do before you get there and communicate that to anyone you're traveling with. And make sure that you set some good ground rules because you guys are the type of people that could possibly have a blow up with someone while you're traveling if you don't see eye to eye and you feel like they're trying to confine you or pull you back, because you guys are the trailblazers and you're going to need to be able to get out there and act on impulse. Do what you want. It makes you feel renewed. You also will probably enjoy doing athletic activities while you are traveling. So you are the kind of people that could bring their running shoes or workout clothes and actually wear them and use them while on a trip. I know me, I never do because I have a Libra ninth house, but that's later. All right. So yeah, have fun, be active on your trip, and make sure that you communicate so that you can get enough solo time so that you can truly enjoy yourself and not feel held back. Okay. Leo, you guys, if your ninth house is ruled by Leo, you need party travel. Okay. Yeah. So think Cabo, Carnival, Coachella, Miami, Mykonos. These are a few travel destinations that came to mind immediately when I thought about Leo ninth house people, because you guys just want an adult playground to dress up, play, dance, wear a sparkly outfit, and just escape all of the mundane, boring things of the world. So for you guys, in a nutshell, let loose, have fun, and wear your signature color, gold, while you're traveling, while you're dancing the night away. And travel to one of those astrocartography lines. Definitely a sun line for you would be magnifique. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, you guys, oh my gosh, you love travel. Sagittarius is the philosopher of the zodiac, the traveler, the explorer, the wanderer. When I think about people with their ninth house ruled by Sagittarius, I think about that quote, not all who wander are lost, right? That's you guys. You love to wander. That is your natural state. So you are at home on the road. You're also destined for travel. If you have a Sagittarius ninth house, you will find that you probably end up traveling at unexpected times. Life will give you opportunities to travel even when you didn't expect it. So for you guys, that's really what makes you happy. You love to connect with different cultures. You're the type that's going to want to try all of the native food. You're going to want to go to all the local hotspots. You really want to immerse yourself in the culture of the place where you are traveling to. And just like Aries, Ninth house people, for you, it's really important that you are not feeling like you're held back or hemmed in. So be sure that you communicate with whoever you're traveling with. And also, I don't know if I said this before, you guys, but it's really important to also know the ninth house of the person you're traveling with, because then you guys can like have these compromises and make sure that everybody has like maximum fun. Just saying, but that might be my Libra ninth house talking. I'm like, balance it for everyone, but it's important. Okay, so yeah, you guys love to go to like new sites. You love to connect with your surroundings. You don't want any stress. Like you do not like to be with the person who is like getting grouchy in the airport. So like put your headphones on, do your own thing. Don't be afraid to do that. Give yourself permission to just explore. And if you want to cancel a dinner reservation because the muse comes calling and you decide that you see something, down a side street that you'd rather check out, do it. It's for a reason. This is how you communicate with the universe. All right, next, earth signs. So if you have your ninth house ruled by Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, you have a very earthy ninth house, which means that when you travel, you actually feel really grounded. You don't necessarily look for all of like the other, things that you could be doing. You don't necessarily need to wander. For you guys, you love to be grounded and you love to experience like the pleasures of life. You love to treat yourself while you travel. So let's start with Taurus. Taurus, you guys, it's all about the luxury accommodations. It's all about the delicious 5-star restaurants. Whereas Sagittarius, who we just talked about, can really like wander and try like the hole in the wall food places, the trendy places too, but they will like enjoy more of like the variety. For you guys, it's not really about variety. For Taurus ninth house people, it's about luxury. It's about having the best of the best. So do yourself a favor and pre-plan your trip based on what 5-star accommodations you can have. Spring for the nicest hotel you can afford, because you guys might spend more of your trip in your hotel bed than other people do, because you guys love the opportunity to just lounge and enjoy. And for you guys, that is fulfilling. A vacation is more of a staycation for you guys. Order the room service, get yourself a gift. I just think of like food, shopping, luxury, comfort, massages. Amen. Taurus ninth house, that is your dream vacation. Am I right? Okay, Virgo ninth house. So for you guys, you also feel very grounded when traveling, and you don't necessarily need to do a variety of things while you travel, but you do want to experience a very luxurious, almost like minimalistic slightly experience. Think about a very clean girl aesthetic, like that modern look with very like muted colors that are all very uniform. You guys find your zen when you're traveling to a place that feels very grounding and like modern also, but like luxurious, because Virgo is very picky and detail oriented. And I can say that because I'm a Virgo sun. So no shade there. It's just the Virgo vibe. But a wellness retreat would be amazing for you guys. You would absolutely love it. And like just a true escape that lets you reset back to your purest form. And the word purest form, like when I say pure, that is just so Virgo, because you guys really need to strip the world away when you travel. And you need to get back to like your holistic wellness. That's what really makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you can head back to life, take on the world again. So yeah, wellness retreats for you guys. You don't necessarily like to indulge in a lot of like rich, luxurious foods, or, you may shop a little, sure. But for you guys, it's really about that reset. It's about seeing, being in nature, reconnecting with your own heartbeat, what makes you feel zen. And so for you guys, it's really the surroundings, it's the environment, and a wellness retreat where you're like drinking green juices and like doing some Gwyneth Paltrow goop stuff would just be amazing. You'd love it. Okay, next we have Capricorn. Oh my God, Capricorns. You're like, I've earned this. Travel's just where you splash out, you flex your status. You're not flexible when it comes to travel. Like for you, all who wander are definitely lost. Like you guys want to have an agenda. You want to know where you're going. You don't necessarily like the wandering aspect. It's a big no for you. You're like, I'm here to experience luxury because I have earned it. So again, having everything really planned out, prepaid through a travel agent, like all of that is going to make you feel so honestly just so joyful. Like it's going to sit right in your spirit. So don't ever let anybody tell you that you need to go with the flow more on your trips. If you have a ninth house Capricorn, it's just who you are. It's fine. Live a little, indulge, enjoy it. Air signs. If your ninth house is ruled by Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, you don't mind an airport. You really don't, especially if you go to like the Sky Lounge or something. You guys you love to travel. You love to get away. It makes you feel alive. It makes you feel reconnected with yourself. So let's talk about Aquarius first. So Aquarius ninth house people, you guys love to explore places that you find mentally stimulating. Remember that air signs are all about mental stimulation. So for you, not only do you like get new ideas when you travel, but you also are inspired by all of the new ideas, new sites, new things. You can really get into your head and start to come up with solutions. You also really love technology when you travel. That is like your travel necessity. So be sure that you get the latest gadgets for the plane ride. Allow yourself to do the things that make you feel like you are truly on a space odyssey exploration, because that is what is going to give you guys that renewing, just amazing travel energy. So you also love like awe-inspiring experiences that are out of this world or like otherworldly. And what comes to mind is like, those like underwater hotels, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the crazy underwater hotels. I'll put it up on the screen if you guys are watching on YouTube. I think they have them in like Dubai, and I think they have like some of them in the Maldives. Anyway, yeah, for you guys, something like that, or like there are also places that are like, I've seen like tree houses, like luxury tree houses. Doesn't that get you excited? If you have your Aquarius ninth house and like you're listening, you're probably like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Seeing the northern lights in an igloo. Like, so things that are just different, otherworldly, exciting, new and fresh, that is going to get you guys super, super pumped and really reconnect you with your philosophical side, with your excitement for life. So do that, enjoy, and be sure that your travel companion is willing to get a little bit weird with you, okay? Or else they're going to drive you crazy. All right, Gemini. So if you have a Gemini ruled at ninth house, then you are a busy traveler. You guys love a daily agenda because you really want to make sure that you fit as much in as you can. The agenda may change, but you want to know that, okay, there are things that I am going to get to do. I'm going to get to go see. The celebrity that I've chosen to do our deep dive, ninth house deep dive on, is, of course, Leonardo DiCaprio. He has his ninth house ruled by the sign of Gemini. And that is not surprising because Gemini is all about variety and like going to like the hot spots. Gemini rules communication, but also like gossip and just kind of being like in the know. The Gemini person in the group is always the one that's like, that knows all the hot goss. Gretchen Wieners, her hair is full of secrets. That's the Gemini vibe. So for him, it was so easy to find tons of photos of him like on yachts with different models. I mean, I'm not going to make a commentary on that, but a little sus, but whatever. He's just the fact that he's like, people have said that he doesn't date anyone under the age of 25. Like, okay. But I will say this, Gemini energy can be Peter Pan energy. And when he talks about like dating younger people, or people speculate about that, it's giving me Peter Pan energy. So, it's actually pretty aligned with his ninth house ruled by Gemini, because the ninth house is also higher ideas, like your overall philosophy on life. So yeah, I think that his overall philosophy on life is Geminian. He likes to have fun. He's kind of non-committal. He's not afraid to have a variety of different girlfriends, experiences, people in his life, places that he likes to travel. So I also looked up, because I'm about to go to New York in a few weeks here to visit my brother, because he's moving back to the States. So excited. I looked up like, where does Leonardo DiCaprio like to stay while he is in New York, because I knew it would be someplace really cool because of his ninth house ruled by Gemini. Not necessarily like over the top, like luxury, but definitely someplace chic and cool. One of those like CNBC places, you know what I mean? So I was so curious. Turns out his favorite place to stay while he's in New York was the Mercer Hotel in Soho. Like, does it get more chic than the Soho area, where like all the fashion happens, all the PR is? By the way, I had an internship in PR a while back in New York when I lived there a while back. And I lived there for like 3 months. And of course it was in Soho. That is such Gemini energy. So he loves that area. I went to the Mercer website because I was like, what does it look like? What's the aesthetic? Is it Gemini energy? Is that why he likes to go there? It was. There was this thing that popped up. It says the Mercer's Little Black Book, and it had all of the places to go. I sent it to my brother. I sent it to my husband. I was like, ooh, this is a great list of different places that we should check out while we're in New York, because they gathered together all of like the cool things, just like Geminis do. Geminis always know what's hot, what's fun. So it's not surprising at all that Leo goes to the Mercer when he is in town. He likes to see and be seen, and he likes to mix and mingle with all the beautiful people. So there you go, Gemini 9th house. And he would not have fun on some sort of silent retreat or wellness retreat. He doesn't necessarily want to go eat at a super fancy exclusive restaurant where to like make a reservation and it's just like you, the chef, and like a few other select people like Capricorn would want to do. He wants to be out and about, and he wants to flit around like Peter Pan. He wants to just have fun. He's like, I don't want to grow up. I want to have fun. Okay, next, Libra. This is actually where my 9th house is. If your 9th house is ruled by Libra, first of all, partnership while traveling. You absolutely love to travel with a romantic partner or a best friend. For you, it's more fun to experience things with someone else. You also like to shop when you travel, which is so hilarious because you guys, I don't really buy a lot of like designer items like day to day, like normally. Like right now I'm wearing my little Aries jacket, my Aries energy jacket. This is from Amazon. But when I'm traveling, that's when I've gotten all of my like nicer things. Like I was trying to think, like when I went to Paris, I got stuff from Chanel. When I went to New York the last time, I got, I think, a Fendi bag. Like, it's like, I found that makes so much sense. Like when I travel, I do spring for more luxury items. And it is where I feel expanded. And I feel like I also do a lot of like my husband and I will do like romantic dinners, and Libra's a sign of like romance, love, partnership, ruled by Venus. Also, I don't want to stay in like even though I'm, a Virgo sun, I don't really want to ever do a wellness retreat. Like, I don't. Like, I'm not inspired by that. If I did something wellness oriented, it would probably be like in my day-to-day life. When I go on a vacation, I want to have like the decadent food, and I want to go to a place where there's a big chandelier, and I want it to be a romantic night. And then I want to get something from Chanel. Like, and I know that like whatever, but that is just, it's all about self-acceptance, you guys. And that's my 9th house, and I'm sticking with it. Okay. Last but not least, our water signs. If your 9th house is ruled by Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, you have an emotional, watery, spiritual 9th house. So when you guys travel or when you explore more, advanced or like bigger, more overarching philosophical topics, there is an element of emotionality and spirituality that is mixed in with that. Okay, so Scorpio, let's start with you guys. If you have your 9th house ruled by Scorpio, for you, travel is an escape. It is a chance to kind of go underground. You're the kind of people where even if you take a bunch of photos while you're traveling and you have a lot of amazing experiences, you may prefer to keep it private, or maybe you'll like share those photos like way later. You're not necessarily someone that wants to like show off your travel experiences like our Capricorn or our Leo friends who they're posting, they're putting it out there, it makes them feel good. For you guys, you really like to get away from the outside world. So going to like the mountains for a trip or somewhere remote, like some sort of island or whatever, especially an island actually, because of the water energy of your 9th house. You get in touch with your spirituality and with your deeper emotions, your needs. Traveling for you is like almost a mystical, spiritual experience. So you want to go somewhere, you want to go somewhere near water. I would say a remote island destination that is beautiful and allows you to have an experience that feels very private. You're not going to really enjoy like a bunch of families running around, a lot of noise. Like for you, you want it to feel very private and secluded, like you're the last one on the edge of the world. And for you, that feels amazing. Even if you're with someone else, you need that feeling of exclusivity and like remote, just like no one else has this. You know what I mean? All right. Cancer. If your 9th house is ruled by Cancer, you guys are really similar to Scorpios in the fact that you also enjoy being around water. It's important for you. You love it. Like, going to the beach is going to feel so renewing for your spirit. Now, for you guys, I could also see you like going, like for you, it's less about being alone and remote though. For you, because Cancer rules that fourth house of home and family, Cancer is very family oriented. So for you guys, you would love to be more around like a bunch of families and you want to have your own family there with you. You probably would want to like, boogie board or surf or be like in the water, connecting, having fun, laughing. For you guys, you feel at home when you travel and you like to bring that home environment with you. You like to travel with the pack, with your family. You like to experience things together. And for you, you just feel more connected to the people that you love when you are traveling. So family vacations are everything for you guys. Also, you're the type to really prefer like an Airbnb or like a VRBO, super nice place. I mean, Cancers, they love luxury, especially because the home is so important to you. You'll probably spend a little more time in the home or you'll kind of make it your home temporarily. You enjoy that experience more than you enjoy going to like a super high-end luxury hotel. That feels a little bit more like isolating to you and you guys just want to feel at home. You want to feel like you can kick off your shoes and you want to feel cozy. And so a super nice Airbnb, VRBO, or bed and breakfast, anything that makes you feel like you are truly like at a home away from home. Also, you're the type to find a place that you love and to stick with it and to just keep going back to that place and really making it a second home. Okay. And last but not least, all of our friends with their ninth house ruled by Pisces, you guys also love to travel to a place that is near water and you like to immerse yourself in the water. It is important for you guys to be able to get in the water, to swim. It's like cathartic for you on another level. It's where you guys actually are able to reconnect with your spirit. Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac. And because of that, you guys are the last and final sign. You're like, you take all of the feelings, experiences, and emotions of all the other signs and you process them. And it's a very spiritually advanced energy. So for you guys, having a spiritual experience while you travel is not uncommon. You also would really thrive going to spiritual places that are known to have some sort of spiritual significance or connection for you. And you'll find that you have these like moments of inspiration, creativity. It's something that could even be a life-changing experience for you guys, but it's always very positive when it comes to the emotional impact, the way that you guys feel emotionally. It really does renew your spirit. It's what you do when it's time to reconnect and to find self-care. So enjoy the traveling. I hope that brings some clarity and helps you guys to have a lot more fun on your travels this summer. Okay, now really quick, we're gonna do a little check-in on Shawn and Camila because I just love when a prediction comes true, don't you? I kind of like, I'll do the reading and like people request these readings, especially over like on YouTube. Join that community if you haven't yet, or, in the Cards and Stars on our Instagram, people will request readings and stuff and I'll just do them and then I'll forget about them. Truly. I just pull the cards and I forget about it. And so you guys are the ones who remind me and will say like, oh my gosh, did you see this came true? And it makes my day. So because you guys wanted a little bit more insight, I appreciate all of you who let me know that this came true. And let's just pull a couple cards and see what's going on. So exciting. Okay. So let's do Shawn's energy right now. How does Shawn feel about that kiss? Whoa. Oh my God. I was holding the cards too low, but you guys, if you're watching this in video, it like folded. The energy's strong. Okay. How does Shawn feel about the kiss heard around the world? Ten of Swords, heartbreak. What? Okay. So he's still feeling a little bit of trepidation and he's worried about heartbreak. I wonder if it almost brought back old feelings of heartbreak for him. Like, if you guys have ever broken up with someone and gotten back together or whatever, that whole song and dance, I mean, sometimes being back with that person reminds you of all of the sadness that you experienced during that breakup. And I think that it kind of kicked that back up for him. Doesn't mean he's not happy and he wasn't having fun. He was definitely like smiling in that video and like he opened the door, he's trying to get her to come in with him into the car, and he was smiling. But deep down, according to our tarot tea, he's a little bit, he feels a little sad on some level about it, which is understandable. Okay, let's get a card for Camila. How does she feel about the kiss seen around the world? And about Shawn. Getting back together. All that. The Hierophant. Ooh, another kind of interesting card to get for this. So the Hierophant is the teacher. So she also feels like she is learning from that experience. It's like things are coming full circle for her. What's interesting is with this new moon solar eclipse happening April 19th, the one I told you guys about how to handle, and over the next couple of weeks, it's going to be really unfolding. And then at May 5th, we have another big event coming up, which I'll talk about. So make sure you guys subscribe and keep listening. But we're going to see this unfold, and I think we'll see the next couple of weeks whether this is going to be solidified or not, whether this was just kind of one of those things where they got a little drunk at Coachella, or if it's going to really be the next step in them getting back together. I don't love that Shawn has the heartbreak card, and I think it's interesting that Camila has the teacher card. Almost like this is saying, I've come full circle. I'm feeling like I've learned a very important life lesson, which doesn't necessarily, oh my God, I just got goosebumps on my face and cheeks. If you guys are new here, I always get goosebumps when I'm tuning into some truth. But, and for all of us, I think that we can relate to this. Sometimes you have an experience in the moment and then you realize, I actually learned a lot about myself from that, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's what I need to be doing now. Okay, let's do past, present, future, and then I'm going to wrap it up. And then we're just going to have to keep checking in on these two, I guess. Okay, past energy. So this is like past 6 months, future 6 months, and then the present day. That's how I like to do these in 6-month chunks. Okay, past. Four of Pentacles. Both of them feeling very just kind of sad, kind of bored. It's like just this energy of sitting there, and it's like I'm not moving forward. I'm not moving backwards. I don't really know what I want to do or what comes next for me. It's just this very kind of meh energy. Okay, right now. Oh, this card literally flipped over. I was holding it too low for the camera to see. Dang it. It flipped. That was crazy. In the present, Seven of Pentacles. This is like hard work. This is work. So is this a publicity thing? Huh. And I'm not saying entirely, because we do get emotional cards with them whenever I read them. But I mean, could that have been a little bit, publicity, like overlapping with publicity? Like, could there be a reason beyond just their emotions that they made it public, right? They could have kissed in private. I don't know. So Seven of Pentacles means this right now they're both focused on their money and their careers. It doesn't say anything about their relationship. Four of Pentacles to Seven of Pentacles. Does that mean that in the past they felt that their breakup negatively impacted their financial success and their musical success, and now they feel like it's getting them back on track? Weird. Okay. And then 10 of Pentacles in the future, guys, we got Pentacles again. And this is abundance and making a ton of money. So, okay. Why did we just get 3 money cards? You guys, we're going to stay tuned for this. Let me know what y'all think. 10 of Pentacles in the future. So I think that they're going to do something together financially. Are they going to release an album together? Are they going to collaborate on an album? Will they stay together and then see their careers soar because of it? But this is very career oriented. I will just say that. And again, when I say it's career oriented, I'm not saying it because I don't think that there's also romance involved. I'm just saying that didn't come through. What came through is really their abundance. And obviously together, 10 of Pentacles, they are abundant. So very interesting, very interesting. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of In the Cards and Stars. I hope that you feel inspired to have an amazing new beginning somewhere in your birth chart at this new moon solar eclipse, April 19th. I hope you feel ready. You've got this. And I hope that you're ready to plan some vacations this summer with newfound inspo. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. I will see you next Tuesday. Be sure that you subscribe. Please leave a review if you like this. You guys, we got to get some more reviews coming through. And also watch these videos on YouTube if you want to see some visuals over at the Brit Madrid YouTube channel and Instagram In the Cards and Stars. All right, you guys, I'll see you next week.